Yep.
You are now watching
ROADMAN.
Crypto.
Oh man, this ETH, this Bitcoin. Oh.
Life of a soldier, bro. Life of a soldier, man. We gotta hold the line, bro. We gotta hold the line. Enemies coming. We gotta hold the line, my friend. The
I
big
know.
whales, the bankers, governments, they're coming after us, bro.
These
They're
goddamn
coming
colonizers.
after us.
Oh, we're back at 299 Canadian. This is crapola, my friend. Well, all I know is this. I might never promote music again. These days. 2 songs promoted, that's it. That's all we
Done.
have, folks.
It already happened.
So crap. But yeah, Roadman Tiptoe. We're here. We're gonna do news and stuff, and like tell you guys stuff, and then you can look at it and maybe listen to us. It's not financial advice. Like and subscribe. Yes, that's a threat.
It is a threat. That's
Market news. Should you just get her in or what?
market news. Yeah, man. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum right quick. Just because we still can, you know?
Yeah.
And let's go. So, before I jump into Bitcoin, we take a look at the whole of market, which is Shiza Manali.
Shiza Manelli.
Shiza Manali. But yeah, Bitcoin 32,757. Yeah, I hear echo. Ethereum 2,476. Yeah, it's good. BNB 346. ADA $1.53. Doge 32 cents. XRP 85 cents. So we take a look. There is a drop of 7 to like 12-13% for most of the top coins for the big caps, and yeah, all across the board, averaging 10% downfall for all the coins. I was taking a look. Maybe it was just one. Like, okay, what's this? Tether fuel. I don't even know what that is, but there was I think it was only helium that was doing kind of okay, and that was down here. Let me take a look. Let's look together. Yeah, no, red's everywhere, man. You see, red's everywhere. Yeah, so that's the market as a whole.
The market as a whole.
Market has a whole. That's true. And and then yeah, let's jump into Bitcoin. Hey, Bitcoin. We're seeing some green candles. That's why I'm not too stressed. We almost reached the levels that we were at yesterday. I guess like this 33,000 is a very nice support level, but thing is that we broke below it this morning, and what happened was that from 32, which was going sideways, accumulations to a sudden, very red downfall of the price. But it's only a grand. You know, the important part is that, like, what everyone was looking for was these resistance levels. Sorry, these support levels not breaking. But it seemed that it broke. But and the thing is that I think we went to the area where we actually went below the big dip of early
Like the FUD, the Elon FUD dip.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, the
I have a
dip.
question, man.
Yeah. Yes, please.
I wonder if a lot of the holders that sold right that have been selling in the past 24 hours,
Hmm.
if they have like I don't know, it is politics, it's money.
Yeah.
And Donald Pump came through and like
Yeah. Yeah.
he said some stuff. And like I keep saying, this space is filled with like we have some articles later we're gonna talk about where they're speaking about different groups and stuff, funding terrorism, blah blah blah. But they're not talking about the KKK funding things. They're not talking about, the other groups of people that have been funding things through this.
True.
And it's like we'll speak about it, but just to briefly touch on it, it's like a lot of people.
Yeah.
You can say, "Oh, it's anonymous money," but guess what? You see where the money is going. You can still see it. You might not know whose wallet it's going to, but you can see it moving. Whereas cash, fiat, you can't see it moving. You don't know what even wallet number it's going to. You have no clue where it went.
True.
So cash has been used, fiat has been used nonstop to fund evil things. Evil entities will always find a way to get some funding, and you know what I mean? I know I'm just
Yeah.
going off topic somewhat, but it's
No,
like,
no, no. It's actually on topic. Yeah.
so I just
Um.
feel like with the funding that evil entities can have through fiat, you cannot even see where it goes. For example, man, if someone goes on the street and they pull out a bunch of cash from their bank, they can buy whatever they want with that cash, and no one will know where that cash ends up.
True. Yeah. No, man. Like what you said is true. I haven't heard of the news that you're talking about, but yeah, this is FUD, man, because as you mentioned, fiat, like they've been laundering cash in
Yeah,
different parts of world for hundreds of years.
the governments
And
even have been.
yeah, the governments
Yeah,
even do that. So it's just like you know how they were going after Bitcoin's green mining and all of that? Man, how about the banks? You know what I mean? So this is a lot of the same thing, and I feel like this is some whale stuff. They're definitely trying to buy more. And there was this conference of Bitcoin in Miami last week.
yeah.
Man, things are huge. Like you can't deny the fact that Bitcoin is going to be the future anymore. You know what
No,
I
no,
mean?
no. Yeah,
Like
you can't.
you can't. These conferences, these big festivals, millions of people involved in it. Now they're just trying to stop it, man. Now they're just trying to stop it, and this is their effort right here. I am worried for my immediate future
Yeah,
as
me
far
too.
as cash and everything, but I'm holding, man. I'm holding. I'm not scared at all. I'm never scared, but especially in this market, nah, man,
I don't
no
want them
fear.
to trick us. I don't want to be tricked by these fools. And it's like
Exactly.
exactly same thing. I feel the exact same way. My idiot, my immediate future's financial position is is an idiot thing, and I'm kind of worried, because I'm using this, man. You know, um, there's a lot of even like different things that I'm paying for that like you don't have to turn it into cash. There's a lot of different companies right now and people right now that are accepting ETH and whatnot. So that's what we're doing, and it just sucks to watch it go low because especially people like the roadman, we don't have the roadman don't have much, and when we do, it's watched where people are watching us closely, and I think that's the fear right now. It's like what I'm the positive part of this is I hope all the Proud Boys and stuff that follow every word of their Orange Messiah. I hope they sold through his stupid foot because his main
Yeah.
thing was like, no, I want the dollar to be the main currency in the world, and that's what it's fighting for. It's like, all right, go use your Commodore 64, all right, and go poke holes in the bottom of your car and run, and don't use gas, all right, and make sure your wheels are square and not round. Just do
Yes,
that for me, Orange Man,
yes, yes.
right?
The trust fund, baby.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
TFB, trust fund babies. And it's like
Yeah.
all these peanut butter and jelly boys. It's like, yo, you guys want to like, I hope they sold. I hope they sold because I'm buying their dip and we making
No.
that money. I don't care. You know what
That's
I
the
mean?
case.
It's a war. This is a financial war, an economic war. We've been saying it from the start. It's harder for some people, especially Roadman, to fight in this economic war, but we have to use more strategy because we don't have much finances. You know,
True. True.
and
Yes.
I think we can make it happen, man. So I think that's where a lot of the dip is coming with all this other news. But I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there.
Oh, nah, nah, exactly, man. I feel like that's 100% true with the Flump, Donald Flump. He's definitely a old man, and this old man is really misinformed, and he's not up to date with anything that's happening. And his time is over. You know what I mean? Like his time is past. You're on mute, by the way. And yeah,
Exactly.
and yeah, I feel like he's out of it, man. We don't need like a 78-year-old freaking
No,
like how old is he? 74 or something, 74
90,
year old advice
94.
on
Yeah.
Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like
No.
that guy is not even incoherent to make a sentence and put a sentence together. So I would not listen to anything he says about crypto ever,
Yeah. Nah, me
pretty
neither,
much.
man. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping the right people are listening to him. And that's cool because the other right people are going to use this to their advantage. It's because what I've been watching is this Miami crypto conference, not a crypto conference, Bitcoin conference, technically.
Yes, Bitcoin. Yes.
They're calling it a crypto conference, but it's a Bitcoin conference. And you see on stage that guy jumped on stage. He rushed the stage with the Doge shirt.
I think no, I missed that part.
This
I
kid
missed
ran on.
that.
He looked like a young kid, like maybe early 20s, late teens, man. He ran
Really,
on.
eh?
He rushed the stage while the conference was live, and he like took off his sweater and he ripped it open, and it had like a Dogecoin logo. He was screaming, and the security literally grabbed him and threw him out. That's gonna be the
Yeah.
best Doge meme ever, man.
That's a good meme right there, man. Holy, I didn't hear about that. But yo, but everyone was in that conference. Like
Yeah,
whoever has a say in Bitcoin, all the big investors, all the people like day one people of
yeah.
Bitcoin, all the Bitcoin maximalists,
All
all
the
the people that
whales.
all the whales. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah,
And
like those
and the,
even. Sorry. Go on. I was gonna just add
no,
to that.
no, no. That's it. I'm just
I'm
babbling
just
on.
saying, no, like those guys are the same, and it's like even all the whales. It's like I always like to like call people out because it is a roadman thing, you know. You put people in,
Yeah.
but it's like, yo, I've been watching a lot of the people within that small original crypto, the Twitter crypto community, who's getting the invites and who's going. And
Hmm.
unfortunately, a lot of it seems to be that circle that enjoys the racism, that helps perpetuate the racism, that helps blacklist and censor people on these centralized platforms. And these are the scary things to see. And I think I'm
Yeah,
echoing because my mic's too loud today. But yeah, these are the crazy things to see, you know? And
that's true.
but at the same time, at least it's still happening. So while it's still happening, if we could play with strategy, then yo, Roadman will be all right. You know what I mean? And everybody watching will be all right. So we just have to like play the strategy correctly right now and
True.
know that unfortunately, yo, man, okay, do you think we're gonna see another pump this year? You think it's done?
We have a long way to go, I feel, man. And in my brain, just from a little bit of TA, looking at the charts and going back, kind of zooming out, taking a look from '08 to now. Um, yeah, I think we are. I think we are in this cycle and like huge too. Like I feel like from where we are now, we're at least 6 or 7xing, bro.
Perfect.
That's
That's
my
what we need.
prediction, and it's on here, and I feel it's recorded.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, get at me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So yeah, yo man, yeah. This another thing about that uh like the Expo Bitcoin Expo thing. Yeah, man. Like who was it? Michael Saylor was saying some stuff
Mhm.
that it really resonated with me. I don't fully remember, but um yeah, man. Like I think I think they asked them, how does this dip compare to the past bearishness of market in the past years? And he said that average, you know. And taking a look at the charts, I agree with him. I feel like this is an average. We just have halved in price. This is not a crash.
Mm,
This is what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin comes down.
true.
But that doesn't mean that Bitcoin market and all the altcoin markets, they do not take any effect from the FUD news and the different government in Wales movements, and they're buying and they're selling. Definitely, Bitcoin takes effect, and the whole rest of the altcoin market moves with Bitcoin so far. Um, I feel like these FUDs are real, but they can't stop Bitcoin. You know what I mean? They cannot stop Bitcoin. And the main reason being that Bitcoin is fully decentralized. Like there's no way
You
they
can't
can
stop it.
they can't. They can't. And they know it. They know it. It's like a chess game, you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
know that they can't stop it. That's why they're doing
Yeah.
everything in their power to stop it somehow. You know what I
They
mean?
could try to make it illegal. They could try to make it illegal to pull out. They can try and block certain exchanges so you can't go and pull it out to your centralized bank. Um, what are they going to do? Stop Visa from what Visa's accepting now? Visa's already accepting crypto and all that. They're not going to.
No.
Honestly, Visa is Visa. Visa is the Vatican. Visa is Visa. You
Yeah,
are no government is more powerful than the Vatican. No government's more powerful than Visa. At the end of the day, it's like, yo,
I
these
agree
guys
with that.
made this decision. They're still running with it. And if we can't take our crypto and pull it into fiat, then there's other ways around it, and there always will be, because like
There
you said,
will be.
it's decentralized, and they're just trying to scare us and make it hard as possible. The thing is, Orange Man said it. He said what all these other people don't want to blatantly say. They just want the dollar to be the main money.
Yeah, because he's dumb like that. He's
Yeah,
just like,
he's an idiot.
he
Yeah,
comes out and says his shit. But
yeah,
that's true, man. But see, that's an old way of thinking. Like, what do you mean? Dollar is already being crushed. The
exactly,
inflation is real. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Bitcoin is not the reason. You know what I mean? That dollar is weak. Dollar is being has been going down the hill for the past like 20, 30 years, man.
And in the last
You
2 years, even faster.
even faster, and they try to hold up, they try to keep their national what is it, the central bank, and all the, the national, whatever, the national fund, they're trying to,
Yeah, International Monetary Fund, IMF.
yes, that thing, yeah, they're trying to, they're trying to print more money, basically.
Yeah,
They're trying to, do stupid things like this without thinking about a few years from now. And
they are. The thing is, I feel they are thinking, because a bad economy for a few people is
okay.
really good,
Hmm.
in a way.
That,
So it's
yeah.
like the IMF historically, like even when I was in university, we had like a whole like chapter on the IMF and what the IMF has done to the entire world. Like when you look at quote unquote third world countries, they were created to be in that financial position due to the IMF, due to inflationary lending. You know what I mean? Due to lending with really ridiculously illegal interest rates. Like that's what they've been doing. So they
Yeah.
make money off of poverty. The IMF makes money off of poverty, and that's what they're trying to do. They are happy that we're about to get into one of our new Great Depressions. Like we've said on the last episode,
Yeah.
1940s, 1970s in the States, same thing's about to happen right now. It's just facts. Like you don't even have to understand economics too much. You could just understand an apple orchard. What
Yeah.
happens with this many apples? You could just transfer it anywhere, and it's almost common sense, man. They're printing more of something that they're not even allowed to print.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be printing this. This doesn't exist. They're
Right.
printing fake money for us, and the IMF is really happy what's happening, and they're just mad that they don't have full control. They're so greedy. They're not happy enough with the US stablecoin in their possession. They want it all. Because
They
if
do.
they don't have it all, then the roadman can help bridge the financial gap and lessen the financial gap between rich and poor. And that's the main thing that these people have been fighting against. That gap. They've been trying to push that gap further and further. You know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what we're trying to do, and what the good people within the crypto space are trying to do, is trying to eliminate that gap. So we all
Give
have an equal playing field. You know what I mean?
give the power to the people. Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, yeah. They're scared, bro. They're scared because money is power, and power. If you take the power from these guys, there's a bunch of fucking weasels, man. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Weasels. I should put that in the thing.
weasels
Weasels.
instead of whales. Weasels.
We don't day trade. We night trade. Roadman.
Nice. I like that one.
But yeah, man, that's it. So this is not financial advice, but I'm gonna hold to as much as I can. Due to my safety, I'm holding my Matic. I'm holding that past this market. Even if there is a bull run still happening, I'm holding it after this bull run's over. I'm holding it well into next year, and that's when I might sell some of it or trade some of it. Depends. But right now with my ETH, my Bitcoin, I'm not selling it all, so I'm not worried. I'm just keeping it there. But my ETH, once we start getting a little like when our sideways movements look a little better, we're at the top of our sideways movements, I might slowly pull a little bit out just for my own safety because I'm not a billionaire, right? So I'm going to pull some out for my own safety and just to secure, you know what I mean? Just to secure myself
Yeah,
for the rest of the year, man.
you gotta do what you
Hedge
do,
against the
man. Yeah.
dollar.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
No, that's not wrong, man. You have to do that, and but when it goes lower, if you see signals that it's coming back up, you buy again. So
Yeah.
yeah, good call, man. Good call.
And
For
that's what,
me, I don't have that much, and I kind of gotta, I'm just gonna hold, man. For me, I'm holding. And if I have to wait like 5, 6 months, if I have to wait a year for it to, give me some gains,
yeah.
I'll do it, man. And it's just like, we all live different lives and we all have different needs. For me, this is how it works out, I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone has to make their own decision, and figure out what is going to make them safe. Don't be depressed. Don't become homeless because of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, figure it
Exactly.
out, and
Yeah.
like be smart with it. But I feel the same way, man. It's like I grew up in an environment and subculture systemically where we learned how to make something out of nothing. A slice of pizza. We'd share a slice of pizza with two friends. I'm not talking a pizza. I'm talking a slice. We'd share a pop or one drink with three friends. And that was luxury when we got those moments. So I know how to live under my means. And a lot of roadman also does. I've gotten spoiled in the last 2 years because of crypto. But other than that, I do remember how to do that.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to it, I'm not going to be fooled, man. If it's a time where I'm just going to lose out or just get a little bit of my money back and it's going to be gone anyways in the fiat world, I'm holding, man. We've been here. We can hold way better than these rich people can hold because they don't understand how it is to live with nothing. They don't know how to survive with nothing. They
True.
With $100, they would cry. With $100, we'll make that into 1,000 easily because we're roadman. We know how to do this. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
True,
and
man.
and we'll
Yeah.
feed our neighbors at the same time. You know,
Hmm.
so
Yes.
we're okay. At the end of the day, we're okay. It's just the timing, and I'm being impatient, and I wish it was now. That's all. I'm trying to go buy a place in Belgrade ASAP. I'm trying to
Hmm.
move to El Salvador.
Exactly, man. Because see, that's a good point. Because time is passing too.
Yes.
Time is of essence, and if this is to take like 3 years to jump back, well, that's an issue. You know what I mean? That's an issue. And as you mentioned, like the day-to-day means of living is something that it's important for people who are not millionaires. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, yeah, that's
Time
true,
is of
man.
the essence, and like another reason, if this was 5 years ago and this happened,
Hmm.
for example, if we weren't going through this corona stuff and watching the world basically fall apart, watching like the true ugliness in people's nature come out and shine and thrive, if we weren't watching the world in the state that it's in right now, I feel a little more okay with waiting 2 to 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. I could wait.
Yeah.
But my urgency comes because of where the world's at right now. We saw what happened with the world. We saw what happens with the haves and have-nots in this world in the last 2 years. And like we said, and we can see in the beginning of this pandemic, from the beginning of this pandemic, while many people were inside their house and couldn't even go to the grocery store,
Yeah.
at that same moment, many people were on resorts around the world. Many
Yeah.
people were in private jets. Many people were in yachts. Many people were just enjoying their life, and they still are. And that's the whole thing. That's where the rush comes in. I feel
I see.
basically for me, before, because it's inevitable. So before we have this next financial crash and this fiat Great Depression, that's where I hope we as the roadman, we can see these gains from these bags. Because if we don't see the gains before this Great Depression hits, there's going to be a lot of suffering. And that's why I feel the urgency for the bull market to bull pump. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yes. Yes.
we really need it, man. I personally feel, in my opinion, at a race against the clock with these people and this system and our economic collapse that is inevitable.
Yeah.
You know
Nah,
what I mean?
that is true, man. That is a very realistic view of it. Um, yeah, man. What can I say? I agree. I'm with you on that one.
Survival, we have to survive. And again, it's strategy, right? We got to look at strategy. Like, to a lot of people, it's fun. Like, yeah, look at this. Oh, FUD, not FUD, and FUD, and not FUD. But to us, it's life. This is life or death, man. Real talk. Like, it sounds drastic, but it is. Like,
It is.
food and shelter. I could do without clothing. I could wrap a towel around me. I could wrap a cloth or a blanket around me. I'm talking about food and shelter. The basics. And then past the basics is we need more than food and shelter, not to be greedy, but because of how the system works. With
Not true.
just food and shelter, the people that have more are going to tell you when you don't, or when you're not allowed to have that shelter anymore. They're going to tell you when food's not available anymore, even though
Yeah.
you can afford a little bit of a food, you know? So
Yeah.
they're in control of the scarcity of everything, including right now, they're trying to be in control of the levels of cryptocurrency, man. And to
Crypto.
me,
Yeah.
all I say is, "Bun the colonizer, all day, every day."
All day, every freaking day. That's
I don't
true.
like these people.
That's true.
We don't like you.
We don't like ya.
We go to adoption or what? We got more.
Yeah. Nah, that's it, man. Just Ethereum at 2,484. Bitcoin's at 32,761. And this is I just hope, fingers crossed, that this is the bottom.
I hope so
I just
too.
don't want to go lower.
No, me neither, man.
Yeah.
Me neither, man. But yo, so I'm gonna read something that Sky brought to my attention today. But
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna read it to you guys in a way where I'm gonna try to make sense of it while I'm reading it, because I don't understand. But it seems like very important information. So I'm not gonna just freestyle it. I'm gonna actually read it word for word,
Yeah.
and maybe someone else can get a better understanding than me. So Bitcoin sinks after Colonial Pipeline ransom recovery. Just the names in itself, Colonial Pipeline. I already don't like the Colonial Pipeline. I hate colonizers. You know, ransom recovery. Our neighborhood's been under ransom since I was living in my neighborhoods. You know what I mean? But yeah, the recovery of nearly all of the Bitcoin ransom paid to Colonial Pipeline hackers is undermining the perception that Bitcoin is beyond the control of any government. Bitcoin slumped to a 2-week low, with analysts pointing to a technical breakdown as well as the recovery of Colonial Pipeline Co's ransom as evidence that crypto isn't beyond government control. The largest token tumbled as much as 9.9% to 31,000 American in New York trading. The wider Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index fell as much as 15%, with altcoins such as Ether, Litecoin, and EOS dropping more. The fact that investigators could trace the untraceable and seize it might be undermining. The fact that investigators could trace the untraceable and seize it might be undermining the liberation free of government control case, said Jeffrey Haley. So I'm going to stop there. That's good, though.
Okay.
That's good, though. See, we're going to read all these articles, but I didn't even understand this yet. But that line just hit me now. That line itself is basically saying that the fact that investigators could trace the untraceable and seize it might be undermining the liberation and free of government control case. But like we were saying, fiat is not traceable. So in the other articles I'm going to read you, when they're
Okay,
really
I see what you're saying.
right, so the news is contradicting itself in the same day.
It is.
But this is what happened. The U.S. recovered almost all of the Bitcoin ransom paid to the perpetrators of the cyber attack on Colonial last month. What a name. In a sign that law enforcement is capable of pursuing online criminals even when they operate outside the nation's borders. Okay, cool, man. The FBI was able to find the Bitcoin by uncovering the digital addresses the hackers used to transfer the funds. That's actually beautiful to me. That's beautiful to me. I don't want the government to be in control, but that's beautiful because beyond what happened, just like beyond what happened, I'm talking about the investigation and how they traced it. You can't do that with fiat. Fiat has been funding KKK for how long? Like the biggest terrorist organization in the world is the Nazis. That's the biggest terrorist organization. That's why Nazis aren't called terrorists. That's why anyone with brown skin who fights against the government is called a terrorist. You know, that's why a black man on the street defending his rights is called a rioter. But the police shooting him is called a police officer, right? And these are the things. These are like what they're doing with division. And it's like fiat currency has been funding terrorism from the jump, man. It has been, you know? And I think it's a great thing that this is happening. And I think it's a great thing. It's not good for the market, I guess, the way it looks. I don't understand it fully. But what I do understand from this is that they're just saying Bitcoin is traceable, and the FBI and government officials and investigators will always be able to find the final location and the initial location of where the Bitcoin came and went.
So there you go, man. Yeah, it's paradoxical for sure. And these guys trying to, yeah, no, I get it, man.
You know, and it's
I
like
get it.
it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I'm gonna go to the next one right now. Let's go to this one because Hamas tapped Binance. Local Bitcoins to launder Bitcoin donations. Blockchain data suggests. So Binance said it froze the Hamas linked wallet. Well, guess what? I'm glad you did. Okay, cool. I'm glad you did. But you wouldn't be able to freeze the cash in someone's pocket. You
Right,
wouldn't.
yeah.
And you would not see where it's going. You wouldn't see where it ended up. So by the time someone pulls cash out of their bank, then it goes to this hand and that hand and that hand and that hand, you will not know where it ended up. So all the fiat that has been funding the Nazis through all these years have been going undocumented and untraced.
Yeah.
So the good thing is, this is a good thing. Like, I think this is trying to be used as fear. Like, oh my God, this is Bitcoin's being used. Crypto's going to be used for funding negative things.
Oh, they're using it.
Has been funding negative things.
They
Bitcoin,
are.
you know, crypto and Bitcoin is going to help us find out when negative things are being funded. You know, so that's a good thing. So big up Binance. You know what I mean? Big up Binance. That's a good thing. Stop that. Freeze that. You know. And at the same time, freeze.
But a question: are they freezing Israeli thing too, or not? You know, I know because America has labeled Hamas as a terrorist group, and I'm sure they've done some fuck shit, and they might even be terrorists. But Israel is a terrorist state as well. So I'm just gonna come out and say it. Are they Is Binance blocking Israel wallet as well, or no?
No.
And
You
then,
know why? You know why? The same reason that the Nazis that are getting funded,
true.
they're not going to be traced because no one's going to investigate them, and it's not going to get blocked. You know, the Israeli extremists that are out there, just because you name yourself the government doesn't mean you don't have extremists working for you. Okay, so say you are just the government.
Yeah.
Say it's the extremists from your country doing a lot of things today to the women and children in Palestine. That funding is also not going to be investigated because that's just how the world is.
That's the hypocrisy. Yes, man.
Yeah, you know, one person is fighting for freedom, while the other person, when they fight for freedom, they're just called terrorists. And this has a lot to do with it. And
yeah, exactly. Yeah, black hair, skin. Yeah,
that's just facts. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And anyone who wants to argue is part of that agent provocateur side of things. And you know what? I choose not to have a discussion with them, because they're probably funding terrorists,
Yeah.
and that's how I
Yeah.
look at it, man. I don't believe in violence, man. I don't believe violence solves violence. I don't
Me
believe
either.
violence is needed, but self-defense is needed when you're dealing with violent people, especially when you're dealing with a violent state. And it's not like this happened overnight. This has been happening for how long, man? Like,
Yeah. Like
it's
70, 80 years, man.
it's disgusting. So these are the stories that people are saying, and this is the new FUD. And while this new FUD is coming through, World Economic Forum releases a policy toolkit for DeFi regulations. DeFi is defined decentralized finance.
Yeah.
The World Economic Forum policy toolkit for decentralized finance seeks to promote fair, efficient, enforceable regulations for the emerging digital asset marketplace. This is already good news because while they're trying to stop it, and the same breath they're trying to make rules for it and contain it and control it, So I don't like that they're controlling it, but I like the fact that I can see that they know they have no other choice. So while they got some of their frontline orange soldiers sharing the FUD, these guys are actually trying to create policy because they know they can't stop it, like we were saying. So if
Okay.
you
Yeah.
can't stop something, you might as well join them and try to put them in your box as much as you can,
That's it. Yeah.
That's what they're doing. This is
Dividing and conquering these guys, man.
Exactly, man. I know I've just been rambling, but this stuff gets me mad. Like, I hate
Nah,
colonizers.
it's true, bro. And then dollars, man. Dollar has been funding wars, like not in one or two country. Dollar has been funding wars for hundreds of years, for 100 years at least.
Yes.
Yeah,
And not only dollars, brother.
yeah. Rest of the fiat money
More
too, right?
tax dollars.
Yes.
Tax
Okay.
dollars. After I go to work and I work really hard and I sweat, they take almost 50% of my money, and they fund pipelines that they're to ruin native land and break native treaties, which I do not agree with, and I don't want my funding.
Yeah.
With my decentralized finances, you can't do that. They've been taking our tax money and they've been funding their soldiers. They've been funding military development. They've been funding all of these things. And while they've been putting more, and they've been choosing where our tax money goes, our fiat money.
Yeah.
So
We have no say.
no say. They're funding more police brutality money. Here's for more weapons for the police, and here's less. We're taking away money from community events and
Schools and like hospitals and all of that. Yeah.
so fiat could fiat my fiat. You know what I'm saying?
Fiat is where my feet's at. Hey.
So, bro, fiat's a swear word from now on. From now on, I'm using fiat to swear.
I know.
Because that's what fiat is. These are some fiat boys on their fiat garbage, and they could fiat off. Oh, perfect.
I think I'm gonna get an eye infection because of that. Because fiat is so filthy. Perfect.
Yo, the smallest.
Yo, that's the tiniest harmonica in the world, bro. Yo, that's a necklace harmonica right there.
It is, and I'm selling this.
That goes with you everywhere.
I'm selling this for either 4,000 dirty fiat,
Yeah?
right? But I don't want to because it has so much germs on it.
It's filthy. I just put the loony in my eye. I feel like it's infecting already.
It's filthy. Remember, it was made by the colonizers. And what do the colonizers do? They bring liquor, they bring poison, they bring disease and sickness, and that's what the colonizers do. So
That's the colonizer thing, man. And it's true. If
Yeah.
you don't know,
now you know.
now you know. Go study your history.
We're gonna do the rest quick because it's sunny outside, man, and we're gonna
Yeah.
go outside because we said so.
Let's get
Biden,
it.
Joe Biden,
Joe Biden.
his national security advisor. The thing is,
I heard about that one.
he did. He sees crypto's role in cyber attacks as priority for the G7 and NATO. Oh God, the G7 is another gang, man. It's like Jake Sullivan said, the cryptocurrency challenge lies at the core of ransomware attacks. I'm going to say before we talk about G7 and G20, every time in the world when the G7 summit happens or the G20 summit happens,
Yeah.
it is met with the the largest protests in those particular countries or cities where it's happening. For example, I was living in Toronto when they came to Toronto.
Yeah.
The way they abused their power, they created makeshift prisons that were a violation of human rights. They tied 12-year-old, they hog-tied a 12-year-old girl and left her in a prison, a makeshift prison, illegal makeshift prison, with no water to drink and no food for 3 days in the same prison, hog-tied beside grown men. Um, and these are things that I saw with my own eyes. The G20 and G7 leaders, they advocated for this. They advocated for police from across the country and America to take turns in the front line, stopping protesters from speaking. And when we were speaking as protesters, peaceful protesters, sitting on the ground, legs crossed, saying the national anthem with flowers in our hands, they would say, you guys have this much time to disperse or we are arresting you. Now, if you want to disperse, you can't, because they made a circle around us. And the circle kept getting closer. Then they said, disperse, that you can't. Circle kept getting closer. Want to disperse? That you can't. Everyone's getting arrested and beat up. People were getting kidnapped. People were getting, organizers were getting molested. And this is all, these aren't conspiracy theories. This is facts from the front lines, man. Facts from the front line. You could find real information and facts. If you want to know real facts before I continue the story, the best fact I can give you, because people don't, you want to like cross-check and fact-check. Maybe we believe the news then. So if we believe the news, the mainstream media, then look up the G8 summit in Quebec, early 2000s in Quebec, okay?
Mhm.
And this summit had agent provocateurs, just like they did in Toronto. In Toronto, they had the green light to go do, like, see the FUD they create? They create things so they can act. They create things, they control the whole scenario. So what they did in Toronto is what they did there. In Toronto, a police car was set on fire. I know most of the protesters that were peaceful. They wouldn't do that. And the police car was set on fire by people in masks, supposedly saying they're Black Bloc. That while the car was set on fire, remember, Toronto police, they always have ammunition and extra ammunition and shotguns in their trunk. So when the car blows up, so does that ammunition. There was no ammunition in the back of that car. That makes no sense.
Oh.
These are all stories I'm saying, and you can find online. But now, if you look at, I'm trying to get at is the FUD that's created. Like, there is like basically, maybe FUD's the wrong word, but they were on the news. The RCMP had to come out and apologize publicly, make a public apology through a press release that was televised on mainstream media, saying that, yes, they were caught because they said they didn't tell their people to do it, that the RCMP officers in Quebec were the ones who started the riots. There's pictures of them doing it.
So that's proven now.
It's proven. But obviously, they're not going to keep reminding us that, and we're going to have to keep proving it.
Yeah, they're trying to push it to the back of the shelf.
You know what? I'm not going to even read their FUD. Joe Biden's a colonizer, national security advisor. They're trying to talk about how crypto played a big role in cyber attacks, and they want that to be our priority. So crypto and the negative cyber attacks and the negativity attached to crypto is a priority for the G7 and the NATO summits this year. And to me, of course it is. Anything that empowers the people will try to be shut down and regulated by the colonizers.
No, straight up, man. Yo, from this story, man, from what you explained, I just feel like they're getting dark web mixed up with crypto world. You know,
Yeah.
like they don't understand the difference. Because in the dark web, there are like dark people who are doing evil stuff. Not
Yeah.
all of them. Like even in there, you know, there are a lot of people that are just trying to get theirs and they're not harming anyone.
Yeah.
Like that's as far as I know. But there are some people, because it's not regulated and stuff, they're just mixing it up, man. You know what I mean? Dark web is where all the hacking and stuff happens. That's where all the drug dealing happens. That's where all the, you know, weapon selling happens. And these guys are just getting financiers mixed up with freaking terrorists. You know what I mean?
They're
Like,
confused.
yeah.
They're confused, you know, and that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. Like, I don't know, man. These governments have been terrorizing nonstop. Like right now, the U.S. shouldn't talk about any terrorism because we saw that We saw, like, first of all, they've been terrorizing the world with their sanctions economically. They've been terrorizing the world with their violence. They've been terrorizing their own citizens um, through like enticing them to join the army just to lose their mind. They've been terrorizing their citizens in front of our eyes last year, where they just have been murdering and abusing people and terrorizing the black community in America. You know what I mean? And it's disgusting. We're in Canada right now, and we spoke about the native children that were found, you know, and like, and all the rights that are being broken. And like, look at Trudeau. Trudeau is, in one hand, saying, "I'm very sorry
It's a puppet.
happened, and it makes me extremely sad."
Who cares about your words? Like, I don't care about your words. Yeah,
You
what are
know
you
what
gonna
he's
do
doing?
about it?
He's fighting them. He's fighting all these people in court in the same breath. He's fighting all of them in court in the same breath. And Jagmeet Singh, from Canada, and
I saw a speech he gave today about the Muslim family. I watched that one, bro. Pretty emotional.
pretty emotional, and he's real. He speaks with his heart. And
Yeah.
when he did that stuff there, and spoke about the Muslim family, rest in power to all of them. Nazis go suffer. And when it comes to that stuff, it hurts. But even with the native children, in one breath, he's saying he feels bad what happened, but then he gets off his live and he goes to court to fight them, so they can't speak. And Jagmeet Singh pushed the motion to make sure that can't happen anymore. The whole House voted unanimously for him, which was amazing. But guess what? Guess who didn't show up? The leader of Canada. He didn't show up. You know, so he's a colonizer. He's a colonizer.
Yeah.
He's using his dad's name, who basically, his dad was the reason like a lot of immigrants came to the country, and he's using that emotion, that emotional memory, to trick everybody else. You know, but we're not fools, man. He's a colonizer, and we're on stolen native land, man. I know this has been a political show, but hey, money's political. People's finances are
True.
political. It's
Yeah.
a political game right now. This isn't just NFTs. Paris Hilton made it. That's the fun part. This is political. This is
It
for our
is.
financial freedom. And we really need to understand this and take it seriously, man, because this is a revolution. Decentralization is a revolution.
It is, man, and it's international. Like people from all over the world, they can connect, they can build, and for the first time in human history, we can actually kind of decide on our own future.
Yeah.
And and they're trying to stop us. They're trying to maintain control. Like as the Orange Man said, like dollar, man, dollar has brought suffering to all the world, to the
Yeah.
whole world.
Yeah.
So we don't need it anymore, man. Freaking get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Get
Yeah.
rid of it. That's how I feel.
And that's what the people are saying. And they're just worried
Yeah.
about that. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
exactly. I agree with you. Enough said, man. Look at the faces
Mhm.
on the dollars, first of all. It's like what, trying to be reminded of the colonizers and the oppressors every time I'm trying to buy what, like
Yeah.
socks?
Bunch of
Maybe when I
slaveholders.
buy toilet paper, I'll use that. You know, I just want to get enough ETH so I can use my dollars. You know,
Yes.
because I'm cheese, bro. We need financial freedom, and like this is disgusting what's happening, man. But I'm gonna read through the headlines quickly because, Mr.
Yeah,
I
let's
wanna
let's get through
block-
them and let's not get
Yeah.
all emotional on the political stuff, me and you. Yeah, let's go.
It's hard. It's hard, man. This has been a political moment. I feel we're like taking a turn, but you're right. Like I think I apologize to anyone watching this in the future and the one person watching now if I'm kind of getting off topic, but I still feel it's very much on topic. But we
It
should
still
be
is.
professional
It's
too.
very connected, man. And this is what we do on Roadman Crypto. We talk about how we feel, not just, not just like what people want us to talk about. We talk about what we see, we talk about what we feel, and this is why this show is different.
True, that's true. So I don't apologize.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, keep not watching. Except I'm gonna just read through the headlines quick, and you guys can do your own research. So Hong Kong and China, they like Bitcoin, they like crypto, they hate it, they like it, they hate it, they like it. Stand 2 feet away, 6 feet apart, heart, fart. Hong Kong includes central bank digital currency in fintech strategy. Research into central bank digital currencies will play a significant role in Hong Kong's fintech development efforts. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority, HKMA, has published its FinTech 2025 strategy, with the central bank digital currency CBDC, both retail and wholesale included in the digital finance innovation package. So right now they're saying that for 2025, but that's a long time away. These guys are indecisive. That's just news temporarily. Tomorrow we might talk about Hong Kong and fintech strategy being like, hey, they hate crypto. But right now they like it. Right now they like it. Next up we got. Should I keep going? I can't hear you.
Oh shit! Yes, please. I had my cough button on.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's what we call them, cough buttons. They're not mute anymore.
Yeah.
Yo, gold-backed digital tokens are to hit Turkish market following a new partnership. Partnership enables investors to purchase grams of accredited gold as ERC20 tokens. That's not new.
Okay.
That's not new. That's cool. Aris Gold is now a gold-backed ERC20 token built on the Ethereum blockchain.
Wow.
And that's what Turkish market is allowing you to buy now if you want to buy gold. But like we showed you before, we have a Guerrilla Music token that is actually built on the Bullion X NFT platform where they make NFT tokens, limited, maybe either like 2 to 5. And we had 5 of them. They're all sold out. And each of them are they're attached to the value of gold. So Bullion X has already been doing it, but more than one is great. And it's nice to have new people involved.
Yes.
Next up, we'll just go to NFTs quickly. Actually, no, we won't. I'm not even rushing to get out, but there is no NFTs quickly except this metaverse stuff. Entertainment venue. Sandbox. Remember I was telling you, watch out for Sandbox and music?
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Entertainment venue called the Thought Box is coming to the Sandbox soon. A new, amazing entertainment destination is coming to the metaverse soon called the Thought Box. The entertainment venue is currently under construction in the Sandbox, and once it is completed, it will be used as a space for live performances and various types of gatherings. You know what? I'm gonna wait for some time, and I'm gonna build a Guerrilla Music
on Sandbox.
In Sandbox. Why not? We have the space. We haven't built anything. We're gonna build it, but maybe there, what we'll have is games. Right? I'm thinking up front. Guerrilla Music House is Sandbox. Maybe we'll have rap battles. We'll have games, b-boy battles.
Oh, that's cool. That's really good.
Right?
Yeah.
And it'll be dope to see you and all the Farsi community out there too, man. Just like holding it down, you know? Farsi Fridays, yo. You know what I mean?
Yes, Farsi Fridays. I like that.
But that's kind of cool. So the instigator behind the idea and the venue, McNaney, was inspired by his background in theater and comedy and aims to support other platformers with the Thought Box. Dope. The venue will have 3 event spaces, a parkour course, a wide variety of mini games, nice, and the walking path from the parkour course to the main theater will be adorned with crypto art. I'm gonna contact these people. I like it. I like what they're doing.
Sounds good. Yeah. Wow.
And that's that, man. Now we're gonna get some sun and just like do this quickly, a quick dance.
So we got no NFT for today.
You are now watching.
You are now watching ROADMAN.
Yo. So anyways, man, for all the wasteman of the year, I know what you guys are trying to do. You guys are all trying to be Mr. Burns. And guess what?
They all Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
They all Mr. Burns.
They're all Mr. Burns. Yeah, exactly. Excellent. But guess what? We're about to go get some sun. All right?
Yes, sir.
Fiats? Yo, get the fiat out of here.
Get the fiat out of here.
Yo, fiat's the new swear word, man.
It is.
Oh, new t-shirt. Fiat is the new F word.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. I'm writing that down before we get
I
up.
like that, bro.
Fiat is the new.
Bro, let's open the shop and get people ordering.
We should open the shop. I just feel like I've been so busy, but I just need like 1 hour one day. 1 hour. That's all I need, man. And I've been like thinking of where to do it through, trying to go through here. Then this person says they're gonna partner, they fall out, that person and this. Honestly, man, we're just gonna do it our own way.
Right, yeah. What's that website that people order and then boom, we make it, send it to them?
That's what we're gonna do it from. Yeah, Bunny.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it from there, man.
And then we do have a t-shirt pressing thing too. I'm saying it on live, but just so you know, we got one of the iron presses.
Who does?
My boy Ariane does.
Ariane! Oh! We need your services, Ariane. Yo, honestly.
Is this the Indian dance? This is the Indian dance. Because the Persian dance is like, a little bit slower, but
Yeah,
same
because,
thing
like,
pretty much.
the Indian that's like, I bet to me it's like this, the Canadian version, like the lazy version.
What's that? Okay, yeah, that's very lazy, man. That's not how it goes. No, you gotta.
All right, yo, let's get out of here.
Yo, peace. Roadman Crypto.
Sunshine.
Here we come.